Hey, I'm Steve. Welcome to another edition of Bass Gear. I got one for you. People call them idiot baits, call them rattle baits, you call them lipless crankbaits. They're fish catchers. And one of the great things about one of these baits, people just use the generic term, I'm going rattle trapping. Okay? One of the great things about these baits is they catch a lot of fish. And there are some instances where they are the actual best choice that you could ever make to catch fish. And I'm going to demystify the whole thing for you. First of all, let's talk about colors. This may trip some people's triggers because they make them in 100,000 million bajillion different colors, okay? But I use 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. Four fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just check it. Okay, 4 colors. Here's the first color you need. Chrome. Now this is chrome with a blue back, or you could use chrome with a black back. But you need something in a chrome finish. Relatively clear water, relatively sunny days. Chrome is awesome. Next is this. And you don't get a whole lot of people talking about a gold lipless crankbait. Gold is a great color, especially in cloudy weather, with a little bit of watercolor or even a little bit of clear watercolor around grass. It's great. Gold, okay? Color number 2. Color number 3. Something with some chartreuse in it. You know what they say, especially down like around the Potomac River, if it's not chartreuse, it just ain't no use. Well, when you have a little bit of dirty watercolor, cloudy days, stuff like that, chartreuse lipless crankbait can work really well for you. The last color, because everybody's saying, I know what the last color is, I know what the last color is, I know what the last color is. Well, guess what? You're right. It's something in a red crawdad type of color. Red in the springtime, and really just about any time of the year, or with really dirty water, seems to be, can you see it? Seems to be a great color, especially in lipless crankbaits. Okay, we've got our 4 colors. Now what sizes do I need? I'm going to break it down into 3 basic sizes that are going to cover 99% of what you're going to do. You want to have something small, okay? 1/4 ounce. 1/4 ounce size covers relatively shallow water, and you can run this on anywhere from 8 to, I fished it on 15-pound test to try to keep it up even higher. Okay? So, shallower water, or water where when you're fishing over grass where there's not a whole lot of water over top of the grass, 1/4 ounce excels. Okay? Then you got your 1/2 ounce size. This is the most popular size you will see. And a great thing about the 1/2 ounce is you can take that and you can fish that anywhere from 8 or 10 pound line all the way up to 20 to 25 pound line. The heavy line will not overpower it. But if you fish that crankbait, we'll call it a chatterbait, rattle bait, on 20 pound line, it will run much shallower than it would on lighter line. Okay, so there's a tip for you. Next size you're going to want to have is a big old 3/4 ounce. Okay, this is one of them one knockers. Okay, now 3/4 ounce if you're fishing over deep grass, if you're reeling it really fast, and a lot of times in the winter time when you're fishing it with a lift and drop retrieve, you're going to throw it out, let it sink to the bottom, generally clean bottom, because you don't want to let it sink into a bunch of trees because you're going to get hung up right away. Okay, but you throw it out, let it get down on the bottom, and pull the rod tip up a foot. And that sucker will go, and you just let it drop, reel it up, pop it again. Lift and drop, and it's a great way to catch fish in cold water. Now, we covered the 3 sizes, covered the 3-pound tests, You know, the three areas are basically what we're going to fish with in the way of pound test. Now let's talk about rods. The rod needs to fit the situation you're fishing. And what I mean by that is, if you're fishing relatively open water and relatively light line, you can fish with a rod that's got a lot of tip, a lot of flex. Something from a medium light to a medium, and especially a fiberglass rod. Okay? Great crankbait rods, stuff like that, make excellent lipless crankbait rods. But if you're fishing in heavy grass, that's when I would fish more of a spinnerbait action rod, 7-foot medium heavy rod, or stick with a graphite rod, so that when you're reeling and you get hung in the grass, you can snap the rod real quick and you can free the lure from the grass. And that's a lot of times when the fish are going to bite. Now, I'm going to give you a rattle trap tip. See, rattle bait, rattle trap, lipless crankbait. And this is a rattle trap, okay? This is a rattle trap that very few people fish, okay? Now you're looking at it and you're saying, dude, it's chrome with a blue back. I got a dozen of them. Well, most people don't have one like this, okay? This is a floating rattle trap. That's right, it floats. If you're fishing over extremely shallow grass, you know, maybe a foot of water over top of the grass, but you can't throw it out and burn it to get the retrieve, you can take a floating rattle trap, and I've done it many, many times. You could take the floating rattle trap on 12 to 15 pound test and fish it around extremely shallow cover and catch a lot of fish. To sum it all up, lipless crankbaits are great baits. You don't need to have a ton of them. You only need them in a few colors, and they catch a lot of fish. Hey, I'm Steve from Bass Gear. Please subscribe to our channel.